Hi guys, thank you so much for joining my channel. Thank you for listening. I'm Raji once again bringing you updates on matters of national significance and greatest public interest, greatest public importance. Okay, right now the hottest subject is midterm elections, and as you know, I've been fighting for election integrity for a long time, running pillar to post, court to court, trying to get you justice. Because if you don't have justice, if we don't have transparency in our elections, we got nothing. Then all this is a show. All this is a show. Rich is going to get richer, poor is going to get poorer, and the suffering will go on. Well, I'm going to stop it, or I'll keep trying till my dying day to make sure that I'm able to bring a difference to your life, a better living condition to your life. Okay, that's my purpose. That's what I'm doing right now. I have good news. I got this paper. I filed this motion. You see all these pages? I filed this motion. I want to reach out to all of you who have stopped me on the streets, knocked at my door, my home, stopped and talked to me at the mall, Walmart, all those places, and I've been trying to answer your questions. But I thought this was the best way to come out and once again reach out to you all together. What happened to the elections? Because I know you have supported me. I know you are worried because of the overwhelming support I have in my District 32. The reason I have that support, and you guys know me by name, by face, because I've been going from corner to corner to every nick and corner of my district. You guys know me. I've been out reaching out to help you in every possible way over the last 30 years in every possible way that I can. I've been out there with you guys, I remember clearly, at least for the last 20 years, I've been out in every corner of the district, meeting and greeting you guys, having events, listening to you. That's the important part, listening to your problems. I've done that, and I know. And I tell you, the only way is to have the real leadership people who have confidence in you, to bring out the real change, because the conditions are getting harsher and harsher. Income is the same, expenses are here, gas prices are off the chart. Nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care. We seem to be going on an autopilot where we're just going by the tide, and people are falling off their living standards. It's shameful. It's hard. But this is why the elections are there. This is the time. And I get you. I get the message that, okay, then if this is the way, if there's going to be malconduct in election and people are going to just be selected instead of elected, then it's never going to change. And this is why I heard a lot of you saying we're not going to vote again, because our vote doesn't seem to be counting. This counting is being done somewhere behind the scenes, and it will stop. It will stop. We got to keep fighting. It will stop. The people behind the malconduct, they're going to be caught. Sooner or later, they're going to be caught. All the money or whatever the influence is going to come. This is the United States of America. We have seen big guys fall. Anybody and anyone, no matter how influential they are, if they are involved in malconduct, sooner or later they're going to be caught, because we have agencies watching this. They're watching, they're collecting data, and they will get those who are behind this malconduct, trying to ruin the foundation of our democracy. But people like me and people like you, together, we're going to get to the bottom of this, and ultimately there's going to be happiness, fairness, peace, and prosperity. This is why I'm here today. Emergency motion for injunction. This is a motion for injunction, emergency motion for injunction. I've been preparing this from the night of the election. I was just trying to run pillar to post, get the right law and order for the Court of Appeal. I had called Court of Appeals. I got a phone call back. It took a little time, but they said that yes, I could file the motion for injunction. Okay, I was just trying to find out the proper laws and rules that are applicable. The supervisor of the Court of Appeal called me, and he said he gave me procedural information under which I went and filed it. This is a emergency motion for injunction. What is injunction? To stop something that's going to harm me and the public. I said, this ongoing malconduct in election is going to harm us. And let me go a little background on this piece of paper that I have. In 2020, I went under the same conditions to court, saying that there's an election code, a statute which is very clear, which says under no circumstances may a vote count be accessed before 8 p.m. election day. And these guys, the respondents, Secretary of State, Registrar Dean Logan, Board of Supervisors. I don't understand why Board of Supervisors and Secretary of State have to support the Registrar Dean Logan. He keeps breaking the law, the rule of law. He keeps doing it, and then everybody keeps quiet because they're not impacted by his action. So I went to the court, 9 months in court. This matter should have been decided in a month because I went under emergency writ. And after 9 months, the judge went and said, you know what? The words in the statute under no circumstances does not apply to computers. And what about person behind the computer? If that is the case, every guy who commits any kind of malconduct or fraud using a computer will go and use this ruling, this judgment, this trial court judgment that, oh, in that case, the trial court judgment says that the computer will not is responsible for the malconduct, not the person using the computer behind the malconduct. Actually, it will always be the person abusing the computer or a system to commit any kind of malconduct. And this is what I put here. I took the judgment of the trial court to the Court of Appeal. I said this judgment is invalid, is incorrect, because in this judgment there is a case law that says if any judge, any trial court tries to add words to a statute to suit its judgment, that judgment becomes invalid. And this is what happened in my case, because the judge of the trial court twisted the statute, said this is not what it means. It means this. And in fact, actually, according to the statute, you can go ahead and start even counting ballots. That's fine. And the judge went to the extent of saying that, you know what? I'm going to make the interpretation for all future elections that you guys can start counting ballots early. That's fine. And I took that judgment as a question of law to Court of Appeal that the court made a change in the statute which the trial court is not allowed to do. It made a change in the statute, changed the interpretation of the statute to suit its judgment. And I contested it to be void. And you know what? Court of Appeals accepted my appeal, my case, for review. And it's under review. There's another case law that says that if your case is accepted under review by the Court of Appeal, the trial court judgment comes under an automatic stay. So I was at peace, and I was hoping and pushing that the Court of Appeal will bring its judgment sooner before the midterm election so we can stop these guys from committing malconduct again. But the respondents, Secretary of State, Board of Supervisors, County Registrar, their attorneys went and took extension after extension to delay the judgment of the Court of Appeal so that they can do whatever they're doing. And they did. They did it again. I was expecting to be number one. I was so popular. I am so popular in the district. I've been fighting this election contest on the same ground to bring integrity in our elections. I've been fighting elections in the district for the past few elections, and people know me. Since 2014, I've been actually campaigning. You know, people know me because I go pillar to post. I go to every store, mall, shopping centers, parks, events. I drive my Brabmobile van through traffic, through different cities, and I get a lot of waves and honks. And this time, people have been holding me. I have to stop my vehicle and explain to people what happened. Everybody's just shocked that the people in large groups went out and voted for me. There's a large number of people that voted for me by mail. And they were thinking that they were going to put an end to this malconduct by bringing in an overwhelming majority, and they're having a hard time understanding to have any faith in the elections anymore. And I'm telling them, don't give up hope. I'm fighting. We'll put an end to this. We'll not bring an end by giving up. We give up, they win. We keep fighting, they lose. There are agencies watching this. There's a lot of agencies that I am 100% confident are watching what's going on, and they're making their notes, they're collecting data, and they're going to get it when it hurts most to those who are trying to hurt us. Okay? Remember my words. Remember my words. We have a great justice system. We have a court of appeal. I'm expecting an injunction any minute that will stop the certification of the vote count. What is a certification? Certification is when they go rush through the election process and get whatever result they can manipulate, and then they use their influence to go through, because most of the candidates, when they lose, they're so depressed and dejected that they sit like this and they go on the side. Not me. I'm not that guy. I know I won. I'm going to fight for it. I know how many people have supported me. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Over 50,000 votes for sure. I was expecting like about 60,000 votes in my favor. I was expecting a clear majority to be number one. I was ready for a landslide victory. But there's malconduct in elections, there's violation of election code, the result obtained through violation of election code, then they can never be fair. But we are not going to give up. We are not going to move the other way. We are going to fight for it, because there are forces in this country. They work to protect us, and they're working right now. Our justice system is great. Court of Appeal, I'm hoping to get an injunction to stop the certification till the decision of the Court of Appeal that comes for the question of law. If I don't get justice at the Court of Appeal, I'm going to go to California Supreme Court. If I don't get justice there, I'm going to go all the way to U.S. Supreme Court. Guys, I'm fighting for you, okay? I'm not going to stop. I'm working nights and days. What am I asking for? Enforcement of the rule of law. Is this too much to ask? Really? What am I asking? Clarity. Is that too much to ask? What am I asking? Integrity. Election integrity. So that any party today we are Democrats in power. This is the time to enforce a rule of law that people remember for years, that these guys came in and now no party can object to the manner of the elections are being conducted. This is our time. This is our time to show, okay, we have been injured, and this is the process we are going to put in, so no one can come and we say, here is how we place it. This is the manner of the election that's going to take place. If anybody has objection, come now. Feel free to bring your objections in and put up a system that is acceptable to everyone, so that we can be the role model of the world and say, this is how we set up our elections. Not because we are in power today and hope and feel that maybe the other guys who come in power tomorrow are going to do more manipulation, so we got to protect ourselves and counter that manipulation by manipulation. No, that we're not going to do that. We are not those people. Okay, we are not like that. We are going to win the election by the love of the people, by the muscle of doing good stuff. We have to work by working nights and day and bringing change in people's life. That's how we are to win. Okay, that's how we will win, by bringing change, by bringing money into people's pocket, by raising the income standards. This is the way that is to win the election, and this is the way that I believe in. Bring jobs back, pay more to the people for the time they put in to make a living. Coming back once again, I'm really, really happy to have submitted this document to Court of Appeal. This is an injunction. I congratulate you for at least filing. At least we have a justice system which accepts documents like this. Now, I've put in all the case laws, every possible reason that the injunction means to stop the certification of a vote count that has been obtained through violation of election code. Once that is stopped, then the judgment of the Court of Appeal is going to have the word on it, and the review, the matter under review by the Court of Appeal is about the question of law, where the election code says, under no circumstances may a vote count be accessed or released before 8 p.m. on the day of the election. The opposition is trying to twist the election code by using the word processing, which is also in the election code, but which only restricts the term towards opening ballots and preparing them for counting, not for counting. That it does not allow counting to begin any time before 8 p.m. because the prohibition in the election code is the word under no circumstances. I salute the legislature who designed this election code, who constructed this election code. And that election code is protecting us, my fellow Americans in California, that under no circumstances may a vote count be accessed or released before 8 p.m. on the day of the election. That construction of election code cannot be changed. The trial court tried to change the meaning and the construction of that election code that says under no circumstances may a vote count be accessed or released before 8 p.m. on the day of the election. Under no circumstances may a vote count be accessed or released before 8 p.m. And I want to drill this thing in your minds, that each one of you should know that the election code is strictly constructed to protect us, and the trial court tried to add words to the election code, tries to change the election code, and also went to the extent of saying that I'm giving the meaning that I'm giving to this election code that's what it's going to mean for the next future elections. Oh my God! Oh, really? You're going to change the election code for all future elections? Just the trial court by itself? No, I don't think so. There is Court of Appeals that will decide the matter of questions of law. They're doing it right now. And once again, I have fullest confidence in our justice system. I have fullest confidence in the truth. We will prevail. The voice of the people will prevail, and the rule of law will prevail. Okay, guys, once again, let's hope and wait for the decision of the Court of Appeals. I'm hoping and praying that the injunction under the law is granted till pending the appeal under review by the Court of Appeals, and I will update you with the latest decision that comes out very soon. Once again, thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for your time. Raji Rab, Congressional Candidate, District 32, California. Thanks again for joining. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.